But again, because I wanted to get the fresh reactions, I wanted to show you guys anyway. I could have practiced for a few hours and then kind of done it to showcase it like more professionally, but I prefer the reaction to the gameplay accuracy here. Now, the final part of the demo I want to show you guys is Snow Way Out Cortex timeline. So one of the interesting things we have about this game is that we're going to have the ability to play from Cortex's perspective. So Cortex will become a playable character on certain levels. So let's fire it up and let's see the Cortex version of Snow Way Out. It's going to be a different like part of the level. It's going to look different. It's not going to be exactly the same thing, but you're controlling Cortex. So let's take a look at what this is about. Okay, here we go.
The Bandicoots are en route. I must reach the spot.
So there we go. Obviously, easy advantage here. But there's no double jump as Cortex. That's one thing. Oh, and he can do a dash. He can use a big old head to dash through like this. Whoa. Okay, well, let's practice that. Or blockify target. Have a look at this. That is super dope. That is one of his abilities. So he can turn, because of his lack of double jumping and longer distance jumping, he can turn enemies into jumping blocks. And I believe they stay like that until you you disable it. So you can change the type of block as well. So look at this. Let's do it again. So we got this standard block here. Then we got this, which is like this. That's just so cool. I know this was a dash bit, but I just had to show that. That's super cool. So let's blockify again. Gelatinize that. So this is where they're supposed to teach you that, but that's just super cool. Alright. So these levels are going to be a whole different type of thing. Oh, but you can see his jumping is so limited that you have to position it well, otherwise it won't work. So let's practice the... Shit, I forgot that it turns back to the normal enemy after the third time. Let's practice the dash. Yeah, again, judging the distance of a dash is also going to be a bit tough. Yeah. There you go. Oh, it took slightly too long. If anything, I should probably gelatinize it. There you go. Cool. So it allows you to cover pretty big distances. But I've got to go for this version. Okay, that's pretty good. Oh. Come on, what you're I guess because the platform's slightly higher. Yeah, it doesn't work. You have to jump that bit. I think that's a bit cheeky, making them so close to each other. It looks like you can probably dash it, but you have to jump a little bit. Yeah, getting a feel for what you can dash and what you can't is going to be... It's going to take a little bit of time. So I guess I've got to come down here. Oh, okay, hold on. Nice. That's cool. Sweet. I don't think I've got every box, but you get the idea. Can I even jump far enough for that? I think I've got a dash, right? Again, that's what I mean. Like, figuring out how far that dash is going to take you is like... At the start, it's just how long is a piece of string sort of exercise. Again, with Cortex, it's one of these ones where trying to go fast is not a good idea as well, because he always has to be at the right distance for everything. And if you misjudge that slightly, you're going to overshoot or undershoot, and you're going to mess it up. Like this one, I'm still trying to figure out the right sort of... There you go. It took me about 5 attempts to get that. There we go.
On a cold winter's night, have yourself a bite of Bandicoot stew.
Alright, finally. Shit. I've got to do some sort of quick dash, surely. Okay, there you go. Oof. How am I supposed to stop in the right place? Yeah, getting that right is very difficult as well. Ah. Okay. Super difficult timing here. And you have to stop at the right place as well, which makes it even harder. You see what I mean? That's really, really tough. That's super tough, seriously. Wow. I felt good for doing that particular one, but that's the easiest one of the bunch. See what I mean? Like, how am I supposed to stop on that one single box that I'm traveling at like 1,000 miles an hour? That's mad. Wow. Like I say, this has been the biggest surprise so far. It looks the part, the gameplay, everything feels right. But this is fucking hard. Cannot believe how hard it is. These are mid-level. I'm assuming it probably takes you like 7 or 8 hours to get here or something like that. So after 7 or 8 hours, I'm sure I'd be way better at the game. So I wouldn't be dying as much here. But this shit's a challenge, man. I feel like I should go this way instead. There you go. There you go. Finally. That's better. Okay, that was the final bit.
Oh.
So there you go.
Just a few more steps and you'll be Bandicoot.
I love it. That's so cool. Okay. So that's what that whole thing is about. I love that. That's really, really cool. So you get to follow a parallel timeline here. You get to see both Cortex and Crash in action at the same time in the story. So I feel like maybe there might be a little bit more to this story narratively as well. Obviously Crash Bandicoot games have basically never had any real story to speak of. But for this one they might go a little bit deeper, I think. Might get a little more cutscenes, a little more dialogue. That kind of thing. So yeah, they were saying that in these levels, once you do the Cortex bit, the rest of the Crash level will be slightly different to before. So I think it might become a more challenging variant of what you've already been doing. And you can see structurally it's the same, but the positioning of stuff is different now. Alright, there we go. Survive that. Got it. Okay. So as you can see, getting a little bit better. There we go. Sweet. Oh. I do like the way the masks work now, though. I think I like the way they've updated those. Well, we still got the old like Aku Aku mask with the same sort of thing. Oh wow. But we've got an added bonus now. Oh wow, that's tough. How am I supposed to get to that? Yeah, forget that. I need to time it pretty perfectly. Yeah, there you go. Not gonna happen. I'll go for that in the main playthrough. No. I knew I went too early the second I did it. With this one I've got to trust how much it can slow time. Literally just wait till it's on my level. Alright, wait here. Here you go. There we go. Did it. So this is the final phase of the level now. Just about. I thought I wasn't going to make that. Sweet. Okay. Oh boy. Oh, shit. Instinctively, I pressed the slow down time thing. Yeah, those boxes are definitely interesting. They're going to make life much harder. For now, again, I'm going to focus on getting to the end. Yeah, even if your feet touch the water, you're done. I tried to slide jump there. I'm starting to miss by much smaller margins now. Alright, here we go. To wrap up this demo. Surrounded by it. There you go. Managed it. Ah, okay. They're pretty slow, so that's good. But yeah, to get all of the boxes in these levels, it's going to be a real challenge. You're going to have to do like a lot of back and forth. Almost screwed that up. There we go. Okay. So terrible box performance, but we got there. So that's how the level changes when you do the Cortex version. Alright, Snow Way Out, level complete. So we are done with the demo, my friends. I hope you guys enjoyed what you've seen so far. I'm totally hype. Honestly, I'm totally hyped because, as I've said right from the start, it's just got that. It feels right. It's got the old school feel, but it's got the new school look. The levels feel familiar, especially if you've played Warped, and like Warped is one of your favorites. It definitely does feel like Warped, but just like better in the sense that it's the 2020 version of Warped in a lot of senses. The things that they brought in, I've liked the slowing down of time. It makes you think differently, makes you play differently. I would say the difficulty is looking genuinely challenging, but I wouldn't place too much stock on what you've seen so far in this demo, because, like I say, hold on, let me skip this.
Bandicoots are en route. I must reach the spot.
Yeah, I wouldn't place too much stock on what you've seen in this demo playthrough, because obviously I've just launched myself into the game and we're playing through like the middle of the game. So by the time you get to this stage in like your own playthrough, and by the time I get there in my playthrough, I'm assuming surely I would have played for like 5 hours, 6 hours, maybe more. So I think it should be fine. I mean, it clearly looks like it has some legitimate challenge, which I think is definitely welcome for me personally. I like that. At least to be able to balance that out, they've got the modern mode versus retro mode thing. Depending on how you're feeling, I mean, the fact that you can toggle it so easily, it seems like a good idea. If you find that you get a lot of game overs and it's difficult enough that it's slowing your progress down to an extent where you're starting to not enjoy the game, you can always just switch it to modern mode and it'll be much easier for you to deal with, I think. And at least even if you're dying a lot, it won't matter too much because you'll still be able to make forward momentum. You're never going backwards to a large extent. You're always just going from the most recent checkpoint. So I think that's definitely a welcome addition. Outside of that, of course, we have the other perspective levels. So what you're seeing right now with the Cortex level that we just did, that looks very interesting. And I mean, the reason they've done it is it seems like it ties stuff in a bit more narratively. So that leads me to think that maybe the narrative's been expanded a little bit. I mean, I'm not expecting like some big crazy deep story here, but maybe compared to previous Crash Bandicoot games, there's going to be a little bit more narrative, a little bit more dialogue, a little bit more interesting things happening narratively outside of just the levels and the gameplay and that kind of thing. So overall, I'm really excited. It looks like at the moment, from this taste that I've got of the demo, it pretty much looks like everything I want it to be. And I'm hoping that that feeling is going to continue when I get to play the full game. So just to recap, the Insane Trilogy, if you want to catch yourself up on that, is on the channel. If you want to see me play that one, got all the levels on there. I will be playing this game as soon as I get my hands on it. The official release date is October the 2nd. It's highly likely I won't be able to upload before that. But around that time, I'll be diving into this game and try my best to get through it and see what they've done with Crash Bandicoot 4. It's about time. So thank you everybody for watching. A final little kind of sneak peek of what's to come on the channel. I have actually done a playthrough of Cuphead before this, so it was interesting that we've got a difficult platformer game here, because Cuphead is like this thing on steroids, and it's a really interesting game. I think you guys should definitely check it out. It's coming very soon onto the channel, and I'll be doing a giveaway for that one, because there is a death count in the game, and I'm going to get you guys to try and guess the final death count in the comments, and whoever gets closest in part 1 with the death count, I'll get you guys some Cuphead merch as like a little prize for being able to guess correctly. So look forward to that on the channel, Cuphead coming. I think maybe I'll do something similar with Crash Bandicoot 4. Since it has a death count version, I'll probably play the entire normal playthrough on modern difficulty, and maybe we'll do another giveaway where if you guess the death count by the time I get to the end correctly, you guys can win a prize. But I'm going to start that thing off with Cuphead. We'll see how it works. I've already completed the game. It's going to come onto the channel in the coming weeks, and it should be good fun. So please check that one out too. I'm wrapping up this demo. Thank you everybody for watching. Can't wait to see you guys for the final release of Crash Bandicoot 4. It's about time.